Bodies of water. When my sixth graders are filling out their identity web, I ask them to list 3 UU facts. It's a term I stole from my wife, as the best teachers steal everything, and it means I'm asking my students to write down something that makes you, you. Anything I ask the kids to do, I do first as a demonstration, so I'm going through the basics of saying I'm a husband, and that I was born in Wisconsin, and that I'm left-handed. But then I tell them the thing that makes me more me than all the music making, gardening, teaching, coaching, basketball playing, chicken raising, working out, etc. Since 2018, I've been keeping track of how many bodies of water I've put my feet in, and in the last 4 years, I've had my feet in 278 different bodies of water. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard, murmurs someone under their breath and behind their mask. I'm going to need some more information about this, says another kid. So I tell them the rules and guidelines. 1, you cannot count a body more than once. I stepped foot in the Pacific Ocean on January 14, 2018, and even though I've been in the Pacific Ocean since then, I cannot count it again. 2, both feet have to be submerged in the water. I do not have to have more than my feet covered in water, and my feet don't have to be touching the bottom, meaning I can dangle them off of a pier if need be, as was the case with Skaneateles Lake in New York on July 14, 2021. 3, my feet need to be in the water long enough for someone to take a photo, which made adding to my list difficult when we were down in Texas last year, as many of the signs warning of potential gators lurking beneath the surface inspired me to think twice about plugging my piggies into the murky ponds and lakes. But that didn't stop me from taking a quick tiptoe dip in Little Cypress Bayou on April 14, 2021. 4, once the photo has been taken, I write the name of the body of water, the date, and indicate which state the body of water is located in down in my notes app. Then I print my photos with the identifying information and put them in my scrapbook. The questions start flying from all around the room as students attempt to either understand or stump me. Do puddles count? No, a puddle doesn't count because it has an incredibly transient existence, and more often than not, it also doesn't have a name. Do you have your eye on any particular bodies of water you want to get? Yes, all the oceans. Also, my neighbor has a pond in their backyard, and I need to ask them if I can go over and put my feet in it. Why don't you just go and do it without asking? Because it would be pretty weird if they looked out their kitchen window and saw me taking a selfie in their pond. And it's already pretty weird. Yeah, but that's like really weird. Do pools count? No, I only count whatever Wikipedia lists on their bodies of water page, which means that bays and gulfs count even though they are connected to lakes or oceans. That's why I can include Yaquina Bay from August 2nd, 2019. Like, look at this webpage and all the cool different kinds of water bodies there are. There's bogs and billabongs and deltas and estuaries and fjords and lagoons and... Oh wait, it does list pools. So pools do count? Well, no, because they're man-made. What about man-made lakes? Yeah, I count places like Timothy Lake from July 11, 2020, and I am aware that it's a man-made lake. How about this? It has to have creatures living in it. What about mosquito larvae? They live in pools, especially if you don't clean them. All right, Bill Nye, let's take it easy here and not ruin this for me. I got a question. Why? Now that I can answer. Because there are adventures that my wife and I take to unfamiliar lands solely because we are in search of a boat dock or a riverbank or a hiking trail that leads to a lake that reflects the peak of the nearest mountain. Because on road trips, one of us will sit with an atlas in our laps and a phone in our hands as we try to map a path to a reservoir named after a president. We've traveled down roads and walked on beaches and been to towns we never would have visited. When you get older, you don't get a lot of firsts, but you do get a lot of lasts. Sometimes more than you'd like. The last time you ran a mile in under 7 minutes, the last time you hung out with a friend before they moved, the last text you sent to someone before they unexpectedly passed. So we are in search of firsts, and each water body is a first we find. Also, I am almost 100% confident that there is not a single other person on the planet who puts their feet in water, has their wife take their picture, and documents the experiences with photo albums and spreadsheets. And even if there is, they haven't been in the same exact 278 bodies of water that I've been in, and that makes me the only one out of 7 billion people on this planet to do this. How many people get to say that they are the only person out of 7 billion people to do something? Mr. Dix? Yes. Can we start working on our assignment now? Sorry. Yes.